Doing something a little different today. We took a trip about 4 hours east of Tampa out here in St. Augustine, the oldest city in the country. So we're going to do a lot of exploring around here. Our first time ever in St. Augustine, lots of cool stuff to see. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Looking forward to bringing you guys along with me. Let's check it out. Come them damn Blues Brothers. There they go. Alright, so you just asked one of these rally cars, where are they going?
They're going from here to Colorado Springs.
All the way from Florida to Colorado.
To which I felt bad because they asked me what street that was, and I have no idea. I've been in St. Augustine for all 10 minutes, and I already love it.
There's another one. Alright, good luck, guys. Drive. Oh, here comes one more. There we go. Hello. Good luck, guys. History abound all over the place in St. Augustine, and apparently at this site right here, Frederick Douglass spoke to the residents back in 1889. Pretty interesting. So the building where he spoke burned down back in 1914 and is now a gift shop.
But it's across the street from East.
Ghost. Lots more history to see. We're not going to be going into the medieval torture collection museum today, unfortunately, but I do like that they have the Lord High Executioner here waiting to greet us and to welcome us into his dungeon of terror. Hi buddy, how are you?
Something very garlicky now.
You're not scared of people at all, are you? Would you like some coffee? No, no coffee for you, squirrel. I've seen over the hedge. I see what happens when squirrels get coffee. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning.
He's waiting to be fed.
Oh, babe.
Just hang on. Oh, there we go.
And he has to have it over here, baby.
Oh, here you go, buddy.
Morning.
Oh, there you go. You get some treats.
Does he have a name?
Peanut.
Peanut the squirrel.
And this is his baby.
I don't want to
It's actually
steal.
a girl, and this is her
Hi,
baby.
Peanut.
Oh, hi, Peanut.
Hi, baby boo.
I don't want to scare you, Peanut. I'll leave you be and let you eat your treats.
Tell him to come back.
I like the signs out here at this pet store.
Text me when you're here. There's no need
Dogs
to not
or
forget
short
the-
people with low standards, we don't judge.
I love this one. Love it.
Forgot that I'm still zoomed in, darn it.
Oh,
Zoom out. There we go.
this is really cute.
How could you resist that face? It's only $20 to rent. This is Faux Paws, gifts for dogs. Interesting aspect I've seen so far. A lot of these buildings here are, of course, historic buildings from back in the 1800s. This one, the Rodriguez Sanchez house from 1762. But the buildings themselves are all being converted into gift shops.
As long as they still remain standing and don't get knocked down.
Exactly. See, like half of these buildings here all have historical placards on them, but they're all housed by gift shops instead of, say, like a museum or anything like that. But a lot of them have also been restored by local universities as well. So they are parts of living history, even if they do have the interiors converted into gift shops and restaurants and such. They are still preserved buildings, which is interesting. And hey, history's still alive one way or the other, so I'm good with that. Beautiful architecture out here. This will be another location that we're not going inside today. We're just trying to keep a budget in regards to admission fees for certain places. But this is the Castillo San Marcos National Monument. Beautiful piece of architecture. Look how beautiful it is outside on here. Beautiful old history from the oldest city in the nation. The places in our hit list for this trip are going to be the St. Augustine Lighthouse and also the Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park. So those will mostly be the paid sites that we go to Anything else, we'll probably just do a quick flyby observation like we're doing right now. I like the drawbridges though, that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, watch out for this enormous moat filled with grass.
There used to be cold water there.
You know that old adage, you've never seen a baby pigeon, so they must not exist? That's because they've been hiding in here this whole time. Hi guys. You can hear them in there. Yeah. Look at that.
That'd be the hope.
Alright guys, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you to it. Have a good day. This gate opened in 1739, the only access to the defense line of the north side of Spanish St Augustine. The old city gates. Look at this, beautiful. Let's venture through into the heart of St. Augustine, America's oldest city. And we are through. Look at that, beautiful, isn't it? Hey, there he goes.
Thank you for defending the city. Yeah.
Not something you see every day. As I somewhat anticipated, as I did read online that it's rarely open to the public, Huguenot Cemetery is closed currently, but luckily these walls are low enough for us to do a quick pass by of the old graves. You can see this one right here on the front here. My husband, P.O. Craddock, died in 1884. Here's an information plaque. Let's zoom in a bit. Still going to be a little hard to read, but let's hit pause a bit if you want to read that over and learn the history of this place. Very beautiful site. And we're going to pass by the gates here in just a moment. Well, there's some folks here, but as you can see, there's the beautiful city gates. Very nice. There's a better shot of the old cemetery gates. Like I said, it is padlocked, so we're not going to be able to get in today, but beautiful historic cemetery with graves dating back to the 19th century, possibly further than that. This is obelisk right here in the center. Dr. Holmes Simons passed in 1876. There's even some smaller placards in there that I can't read from this distance, unfortunately. But pretty much every grave I can see from here is from the 19th century. Beautiful historic site. Let them all rest in peace.
There you go.
Another St. Augustine landmark. This is the 0 milestone, the end of the old Spanish trail, which is pretty poetic for us here specifically, since it begins in San Diego and ends in St. Augustine, where we moved from San Diego out here to Florida. It's the end of the trail. Fuente de los Caños de San Francisco. Set of mass that decorate the fountain were given from the sister city in Spain in 2005. So this is not part of the old history, but still interesting. Well, remember those cars that we saw earlier? It looks like today is the beginning of the race in Francis Field. Here's their map, starting here, St. Augustine, all the way through the south, Alabama, Mississippi, up through Kansas, and ending in Colorado Springs on July 2nd. So that's going to be about a week's worth of racing for these guys. That's really cool. Hope they all have the best of luck and they stay safe out there. Inside the St. Augustine Visitor Center, they have a free museum exhibit back here showing some of the history of the city, including this beautiful replica of one of the original sailing ships that landed here. Here we have a preserved skull of a donkey, late 17th century apparently. There's some mannequins that shows the diversity there mentioned of the original folks who lived here in America's first colony. It's a great history. It's fragrant pottery. archaeological gold mine. Better munch the scream says you must visit Materialistic Uptown. Alright, our next stop is the beautiful shrine of Our Lady de la Leche. And you can see in the back there across this pond, there's some beautiful burial grounds. Just a gorgeous area altogether. So it's really hot out here, so we're going to see how far we can go energy-wise, but we should be able to make it across there and take a closer look at some of those graves and a little bit further into the shrine. The fish in this pond are very active. I think I'll be able to catch any jumping, though. I saw them jumping a minute ago. Let's look over here. Hello, man. This is the Michael Gannon Bridge. It's going to lead our way across further towards this lookout up ahead, where you can see this magnificent cross behind this tree. Ooh, you can hear the bells too. Beauty everywhere, beautiful sights and beautiful sounds. Let's get a little closer. You want to see a magnificent sight? We have a statue of Father Francisco Lopez de Mendoza Grajales. National Register of Historic Places marked in 2012, but look at this. Magnificent. So through the camera you can't really see the scale too well, but to the side here, the cross is set back across the another bridge here and across the bay. It's gotta be at least 200 feet high. It's beautiful. I love the framing of this. Back this way. It looks like Father Grajales is an extension of the cross itself. Here's the story of this site, Nombre de Dios mission. As you can see here, America's most sacred acre. The first mass of the new colony established in America held here, the shrine of Our Lady de la Leche. There's a beautiful sight out here. Here in the background, if you listen carefully, you can hear some peacocks, some ospreys, and an airplane flying overhead, which is disturbing a bit of the ambiance. But that's okay. This beautiful sculpture. You can see some headstones set over here as well, but I'm going to stick to the walking path. Zoom in a bit here. As far as I can go in. That one's for Jean-Baptiste Coudroy de L'Oreal, interred in 1805, January 21st. There's more bells. Let's go further in. Here's another beautiful cross. I'm gonna pause for a second. Hey guys, so behind me is the shrine itself of Our Lady de la Leche. We can go inside. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look in. I did see a family in there at the pews, most likely praying or worshiping, so I'm gonna be very, very quiet and try to be as respectful as possible. Let's go take a look. That's beautiful inside the shrine. And some more burial grounds out here. This one looks relatively new, but the individual interred, Mr. Lucas Mohubaras, born in Austria. It's amazing. entered 1883. So even though it looks pretty new, it's still a 18th century grave. All rest in peace, everybody. This is interesting. Unknown formation, most likely the base of a religious monument. So there's a lot of ongoing archaeological work throughout here as well, since it was established as the first Christian monastery of the new colony settled back here in Florida. That there's still a lot of ongoing excavations in the area nearby, finding artifacts and such from that time period. So it's amazing that a lot of it is open to the public just to wander around and take in. So I'm very grateful that we have all this beautiful area to look around and observe and revel in the history of this of the state and the country as well. This is kind of amusing too. They have this little choo-choo train which takes you on a tour through the St. Augustine area. You hear the tour guide giving a spiel, which is kind of funny to see the cute little train making its way through this religious archaeological site. The tourists and the folks on there are learning something too. Very educational tour. St. Augustine Christmas shop. Look at the window up there. It's a major award. So you can't have Christmas in June. I love the stitches. You can't have Christmas in June amidst the 95-degree heat. Hi, Santa. What a beautiful show. Ho, ho, ho. And happy Halloween. Hashtag Stay Funky. Fist bump.
Stay funky. I think it's supposed to say stay funky, but
I like Stay Funky. Or fist bump the sign. This is what we just saw, the Battle of Bloody Mose. Right there, just before daybreak on June 4th, 1740. Indians and free blacks led by Francisco Menendez attacked the British who were holed up at Fort Mose. That's what we just saw. History come alive.
okay. Now we cover our ears.
Nice. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, there goes that fan boat. Oh, here we go.
This photographer off the battlefield, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Got one of the newfangled helicopters in the sky too. Immersion.
Thank you. It's hot. Man, they're doing blanks.
Yep. Water, tamp. That's cool. Fighting words, that's right. There goes again.
Oh, you got a knife.
Oh, they're going down behind the fence there. Yeah, check the pulse, no. He was that intruder in the black with his magic spirit box. Oh! Got it. More trophy.
Oh my.
Nice. There you go. I think we have a winner. Oh, hey, he's okay.
Hey!
He lost his toupee. Good job, everybody.
One more.
Ah, there you go. He's all right. Good job, guys. Another beautiful cemetery we are unfortunately denied access to is Tolomato Cemetery. Also strongly haunted history. But look at the beautiful grounds. It's a shame we can't get a closer inspection, but have to do from here. And here's a little bit of history of the place. So I'll pause and read. It's a nice view from back here. Guys, I found a really cool vantage point for the Tolomato Cemetery. Look at this. It's even a raised little walkway. So it's kind of like a little observation post, mainly because they have it blocked off from public access so frequently. Here's the history. Cemetery shortly after 1777, after the arrival of the Menorcans, people who found their final resting place amid the palms, oaks, and sugarberries of Tolomato Cemetery. So again, as usual, it's a lot to read, so you can pause it if you want and read the history if you'd like. But here's another look at the beautiful and serene Tolomato Cemetery in St. Augustine, Florida.
Very pretty horse carriage.
It's hard to find parking in St. Augustine in the evening. If only we had brought our horse-drawn carriage with us.
Oh, pretty.
There we go.
Pretty little poop bags.
Pretty little poop bag, she says. I guess they could be. You just gotta decorate them and bedazzle them up a
This
bit.
is what he has to deal with on a daily basis.
No regrets.
No regrets.
So right here we have one of the infamous St. Augustine love trees. It's so called because it's two trees intertwined in one. We've got a king palm right ahead of us growing out of this beautiful oak. And they say, according to legend, that if you kiss someone right below the love tree, you'll be together forever. We should give it a try and test that theory out. Love tree pipe.
Oh no, you're stuck with me forever.
Darn.
Dang it.
It's a good thing to be. So that was my first time visiting St. Augustine, and it was a pretty interesting city. Lots to see, lots of history, all sorts of amazing sights. So much so, in fact, that was only part one of what I plan to have 4 videos of St. Augustine. There's going to be one more that's just going to be other general sites around the city, and then 2 special ones that I did of separate, completely separate topics, which will be kind of interesting as well, I hope. So keep an eye out for those. I'll get those updated as we go, and keep an eye on my socials as I update. Also check the community tab on my page. I always try to do updates there as well to let you guys know what to expect for upcoming videos and when they should hopefully be dropping. So I do hope you guys, of course, enjoyed wandering throughout St. Augustine with me and looking at all the amazing historical sites. And again, that's just the beginning. We got a lot more coming up, and of course, a lot more to see. So stick with me, keep on traveling, keep on wandering, and keep on discovering. We'll see what comes next. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see y'all soon.